Recn, what's going on, guys? I couldn't really think of a topic to talk about this week, so I'm going to wait till a few other people get on. But basically, I was just going to go on, answer questions that I received from my Facebook Live last week. So I'm going to hold on a little bit until more viewers end up coming on. I got some electronic music popping in the background. Always like to listen to that, keep the energy levels high. All right, so we got one viewer. Who's that one viewer? Come on and say what's up. Yeah, so I'm sitting here right now. I wrapped up a networking event here in Philly for Philly real estate agents, and I just got to say, I love Gary Keller's Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. Just witnessing the leads, leverage, and listings aspect of my life, it's great. I ended up going to this real estate networking event. I come home and I have 2 offers that are done on my listings. It's fantastic. And now also just ended up hiring an admin for our real estate team. She's really a big help because now I'm able to focus on the 20% of what I'm good at, being able to generate business, and having someone who's very good at doing the paperwork and running the operations do that part of it. So yeah, excited about that. So whatever, let's get started on the questions that other people ended up asking me last week. So the first thing is, do you invest in Philly? I'm assuming that would be Philadelphia real estate. And I would say yes. The first thing that I started doing was bought a house for myself. I sort of followed the Bigger Pockets house hacking principle without even knowing about Bigger Pockets. So basically, I saw that I was spending $800 a month in rent, and I had a lump sum of money sitting in a checking account, and I saw that, hey, I'm selling this real estate product to my clients. Why not be a part of it? So I ended up purchasing my first house. It was a new construction. You have the 10-year tax abatement. It was great. I basically looked at the lowest price new construction on my market, ended up purchasing that for $350,000, and under contract for about 40 days, ended up getting 3 roommates to move in immediately. So I rent out the 2 bedrooms and the basement. So essentially I get to make a little bit of profit and get to eliminate my living expense, which is fantastic. And through then, been able to generate a lot more sales for myself. Since then, I started taking some of the profits, got into joint venture agreements with one of my big developer clients in the area. Currently, we have 2 new construction projects and buy, rehab, rent, refinance. So another question that I was asked is, are your clients primarily home buyers, home sellers, or investors? So when I first started in the business, I was primarily dealing with home buyers and sellers. I would be calling for sale by owners and expireds to be getting business. I would be going to networking events, special like Builders Industry Association, looking to pick up developer clients. I would sit open houses every weekend. I still do that to this day. I feel like if you get too big to do the small things, then you're just letting your ego get in the way of your success. I'm definitely focused on lead generation 100% all the time. And the things that I did to get started and build my business up, I'm doing that now. This year, first full year in the business, I'm expecting around $11 million pending, settled, and active listings going on. So now my business is probably about 70% sellers with a focus on developers, although 50% of my business is retail buyers, 50% is investors looking to rehab and build new construction and hold properties long term. So let's see more questions. So how I got started with new construction, I basically found a developer that was super talented, my age, just absolutely killing it. I got to learn a ton from working with him, from figuring out how to acquire properties under market value, figuring out how to do numbers on Excel to vet deals and see if they make sense. through what you can build by right. I mean, tons and tons of things. How I got started working with developers and basically sought the advice of other agents who were working with a lot of developers. I mean, picked their brains and also got into the business. I mean, there were other developers and I said, hey man, like I'm new to the business. I did like 4 million in sales my first year. I don't know everything, but I'm willing to learn and I'll work harder than everyone. And I found my couple developers who gave me a shot, gave me an opportunity to learn. And I mean, all of a sudden I was pre-selling their listings to buyer clients that I had. So I was able to turn trust and almost build a sense of rapport that way. Lead generation, how I lead generate, I basically built my entire business through just having a really great sphere of influence here in Philly. Really just focused on developing relationships, creating value, sending other people referrals. So would be grabbing coffee, happy hour, lunch, dinner with just like fun people to hang out with. Like I'm friends with a lot of doctors, attorneys that are, I wouldn't say my age, I would say like 28 to 40, and just building genuine relationships, really great friendships with people that I really vibe with, people that are working hard, people who like to go to games and enjoy the awesome bar and restaurant scene that's here in Philly. So that's some of the questions that people had. I'd say the big thing that has led to my success is just learning from people who are massively successful, because those people are doing different things. And when you get a peep into their mindset and the way that they operate and the habits that they have, I mean, that can be direct mentors. One of my mentors are Antonio and Adam Adikin. Antonio's OP here at KW. He previously did 30 million in sales personally and had a $100 million sales team. I learned and still learn a lot from him. And I'd say indirect mentors is just like the books, the audio that you get to listen to. I mean, one of my favorite books is Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. You can never get too big for your own good. Yeah, I mean, another main thing that I've done is just surround myself with other young people who have big goals, dreams, and ambition. But I'd say most importantly, the ones that are like doing it and are working every single day, not just the people who are sort of dreaming about it and showing. I like to work with the people who are already seeing success. What I've seen is that like a lot of young people who are already successful, like I vibe with those people just because they're already doing it, and we can always talk about ideas that are moving like all of our businesses forward. So yeah, I mean, any questions, like definitely fire them away. Let's connect on like Instagram, Snapchat. I feel like I've seen a lot of synergy through Instagram, especially towards like the Instagram story, just like keeping it real, showing people what your lifestyle is about, having fun with it. Yeah, I mean, and another thing is like I freaking love what I do. I really do not feel like this is work at all. So yeah, I'm actually working like right about now. This is my desk in front of me. Probably got to get a little bit cleaner, but it's a work in progress. But yeah, definitely shoot me an inbox. Let's connect. The best way to get in contact with me is email. Right now it's FP MANGUBAT, so F is in Francis, P is in Perez, and then my last name at gmail.com. Yeah, I got to get switched over to the Advanced Philly, Francis at advancedphilly.com. We'll get that set up sometime in the next week or two, but it's great to be on here. Thanks for having me. Peace. Hope you guys have a productive week.